everybody! Welcome to another Battletech 36-2. We got Team Merrick up in the house. All that fun stuff, you know. So we have someone in the hospital. We have a spider being built because one mech got blowed up. So we're going to do some missions for money. Money. I think we're just going to go straight up money on this one. Just because. Oh gosh. Let's bring the Stygian. And Kooky is going to get in there since he's our only tanker. Oh, frack. Wow. Warboard's hurt. So 7 blue 7 is going to be in the Wasp. Von Falkenstein, welcome. Yes. I will battle the Battletech with my fisticuffs. Yes, the basting of the turkey. Not only is a turkey baster used for basting turkeys, but it can be used for artificial insemination. If you didn't know. And that might be too much information for some people, but I think sometimes it's necessary information. It is Turkey Day, so we have Team Turkey Merrick. Which makes the most sense. Because they are always gobble. You knew I'd say that. Well, if anything, I'm predictable, but also unpredictable at the same time. Sometimes you can see me coming like a freight truck. Yes, gobble. And it's not just a double entendre. Gobble is a, what a sound a turkey makes for American Turkey Day. Yes, and I am predictably unpredictable. And that's kind of the way I prefer it, honestly. That was one of my biggest compliments I ever received when I played like first-person shooters. People just had no idea what the heck I was doing, because my thought was like, if I don't know what I'm doing, you don't know what I'm doing, and that can, you know, you just can't predict what I'll do. So there, we're gonna reserve. I'm gonna let these vehicles get up to the spot. Ah, shit! It's a Whitwer. Mr. Bad Hips himself. My hip. Oh. So I had a funny one on WBPLW. I'd left in the chat that, you know, if anyone had texted me on Discord or whatever, I would send them a picture of my clown horn. And someone took me up on that offer, so I sent them a very suggestive picture of my clown horn. You know, you can't hear it in the picture, but you can hear it in the picture. You know those pictures where like you look at and you're like, I can hear that. Well, that's what I sent, which I thought was funny. And of course, not everyone is my brand of humor, which is fine. It's part of that where I live, where, you know, you're just kind of like, I don't know, crazy, I guess? Is that crazy? No, I'm not crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You people thinking I'm crazy. No. It is not I who am crazy. It is I who am mad. That is an old reference to an old show. If you can tell me that show, you win a cookie. Not from me, because I'm not going to give you a cookie, but you will get a cookie at some point in your life. What? What? Oh, where'd that quote from? The quote, I am not, it is not who am crazy, but I who am mad. It's a quote from an old show. Oh, give them a cookie. Yeah. Like an actual like cookie, like an edible, like you know, like a chocolate chip cookie, or raisin cookie, or a craisin cookie, or like macadamia nut cookie. Those are good. But I get what you're saying, Cookie. You're a cookie mama, and you're like, yes. I get what you're putting down now. Man, we've just a whole smattering of mechs I've just haven't seen in a while. Oh wow, that poor Whitwer. Hot Whitwer on Whitwer action. Only here on WBPL 76, where one Whitwer will battle another. We'll insert some like Star Trek music. Right here. Because you want that nice solid red line to give him the best chance of missiles. Pow, 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 pow. Oh, right arm destroyed. Yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful day tomorrow. Nice, my turrets are online. It should be good for myself. I delegated a bunch of cooking to my wee ones and my kids, my nieces and nephews and stuff like that. Since they're all adults and they can help get on the suffering, and then I will just be doing the dishes I prefer to make. So that'll be fun. It'll be a nice change of pace. Lasers. Look here, Commando. You will have to face me in Immoral Wombat. Oh, yeah. Hermes? Why isn't it a Himmes? Ooh, nice. Flamer. Ah, Blaze. There we go. Get some more back shots on this Whitwer. Get them all like upsetty spaghetti. Oh god, what the heck was that? Is that a drop pod or something? Did you drop pod on one of my guys? Yeah, someone exploded. Who? Because it better not be one of my guys. That would just be... That'd be rude. Oh yeah, we're gonna blast this Commando. Wow, he lost a lot of armor. A cookie, I request cookie. Grimos, if you want a cookie, you have to... I said the only people who get a cookie are the ones who are able to figure out my trivia quote. So you have to put that Choco bar away, and you can't eat it. But if you can find the quote, then you can have it. Okay? What is thy trivia? Oh, the quote was, it is not I who am crazy, but I who am mad. I mean, you never know. You could figure it out. You're just gonna eat your chocolate bar. Fine. Be that way. I'll let you. Joke's on you. I wasn't even gonna try and stop you anyway. Holy crap. Okay, maybe it didn't move as fast as I... It seemed like it moved really far. Dollar monies? Or doll hair monies? Dog care monies? Yeah. Yeah, who can afford a dog? You're caring for other people's doggos? Well, that's nice. I had a dog once. Aloe has a dog now. Does money even still exist in this economy? It does. It's just, it's like in a inverted pyramid where all the money is at the top and at the bottom there's no money. And unfortunately most of us are at the bottom, so. Ooh, another explosion. See, this is why I chose money. I knew it was only going to give me a couple mechs to choose from, so I was just like, meh. Let's get back up here. I don't know where that yawn came from. A Twitch ad cut me off? How dare you, Delta T? You know, you wouldn't get a Twitch ad if you had a subscription, I believe. I'm not trying to tell you to get a subscription. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just letting you know that's what works. But if you hang around enough, guess what? Someone's probably going to donate one at some point. Because there's a lot of cool people like that. So, just hanging out will eventually get you one by just sheer happenstance. Thank you, Night Owl. You're fantastic. I was not anticipating that because it has been quite some time since I've been there since a donation has been done, but I wholeheartedly appreciate that, and I'm sure so does Delta T. Well, Delta T, now you're obligated to watch us for at least a month. You're not obligated. It's just... I'm just saying that. But we would like it if you were to hang out with us for a month. Then I can tell you cool facts like 1 in 3 WBPL streamers are nude when they stream, even though they're not nude on stream, if that makes sense. And you're right, you can only spend so much time, you know, looking at job posting. I totally agree. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. What the deuce is that, Mr. Hollander? Yeah, I could just lie right now and say I'm nude, but I'm not. You think I would do that? You think I would just lie to my stream about things like that? No. I give them full on truthful cursed knowledge. You don't want to know. You know you don't want to know, but you're gonna know. You're welcome. I do this for you. What do we got here? Oh yeah. MAC2s, baby. Oh yeah, those things hit. I'm nude underneath my clothing? How dare you, sir? How dare you suggest something so suggestive? I'll have you know that under my clothing is yet another bit of clothing. And under that is another one. I have safety factor 7 clothing. That's just it. Will you ever truly know? 3 goblins in separate trench coats? Please. You think I'd lower myself to goblins? No, sir. I'm a man of taste and wealth, and I would not lower myself to goblins. Oh, nice, this Hollander's getting beat up. And not kobolds either. Yeah, Jesus Freak 93. Nice try. Not kobolds either. Well, any other could be misconstrued as inappropriate. Well, that's not true. It could be like 3 Kenku in a trench coat. Or 3 werewolves in a trench coat. Or 3 trench coats in a trench coat. You ever think about that? Ooh, wasp on wasp action. Because I could have had magically animated trench coats if we're going in, you know, magic realm. No, no. I'm not one for kobolds. Now, what kind of kobolds? Are you talking about like modern D&D kobolds, which are lizard? Or are you talking about older kobolds, which are actually dog people? Because back in my day... Flame on! Ooh, leg gone. Are you familiar with the perception check? I'm from older editions, so there was no perception. It was spot or listen. 2 different skills. Yeah, search. Well, search I don't consider different. You're actually actively looking for something, but spot and listen are kind of like the equivalent of perception. But yeah, they were essentially all rolled up into one skill, which makes sense. But they are, for other editions, completely different things. Hear noise is the OG skill. Yeah. Tom party's perception check song. It is amusing to some people. It sounds familiar. I think I have seen 3.5 E4 life. Yeah. My first edition playing stuff, like playing on actual tabletop, was 3.0. But like my first experience with D&D, like on playing like Baldur's Gate and stuff, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, was 2nd edition. I was just a little bit too young, and my area was just a little bit too sparse of people to really get a group for 2nd edition. Yeah, skill synergies rocked. And that was kind of like, I mean, I still like 3.5 and Pathfinder first edition. I rather enjoy those crunchier type games, honestly. I like being able to break the system. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's fun. Yeah, I have like pretty much every 3.0 and 3.5 game, or book. I have like a lot. It was my hobby for a long time. Lord Tro, water break? Well, I'll have a sip of coffee. I need to get another cup. That one was old. So as much as I like 2nd edition, I like 2nd edition. It was fun. Some things I didn't care for it, but whatever. One of my favorite systems right now is Dungeon Crawl Classics. Oh my gosh. It is so broken, but broken also in a sense of like, is broken for the player and against the player, because it is through and through a meat grinder game. It's one of the games that you start off as a, what they call a funnel. For those who are unfamiliar, what a funnel is in Dungeon Crawl Classics, you start with 3 0-level characters, and you play them until they all die. If one or more happen to survive to the end of the first adventure, they now get level 1, and that was the story of how they got to be first level characters. Matter of fact, DCC is so great in the sense that you actually have like little pre-made character sheets with your scratch off your stats, so you don't know what your stats are when you play, and you don't have to play that game that way, but it is infinitely more fun to play like completely blind. So you don't know what your strength is until you make a strength check, and then you scratch off your strength and boom, there's your stat. You don't know what your AC, you don't know what weapons you have until you have a reason to look, and it's wildly fun. And we had so many crazy characters survive and then die later on. We had one character who was like our wizard, who basically he had one, he was able to use like Stinking Cloud, and he buffed the shit out of it when he cast a spell, so it basically turned into like a cloud of absolute death and despair, except that he sacked all of his stats, and so he had like a 1 for pretty much every stat, and so like you only recover 1 stat a day. So the poor guy, like, that's why you have multiple characters, so the poor guy was like had to switch to one of his other characters while that one recovered. And once he was able to get back up to snuff, we immediately used him as another weapon of mass destruction in the game, and then he was out for another like 6 months. It was brilliant. But like basically he was always just like a desiccated husk like in the game. And that was just like the running joke. The thing with DCC is like casting a spell in that game can be so overpowered and dangerous. Like failing to cast a spell, because you have to make a check to cast a spell, and if you fail, it gets bad because you start opinion on lightning bolt versus fireball. I'm team fireball all the way. Here's why. I've used lightning bolt in 3.5, 3.0. You can use it as a 100-foot line or a 10-foot wide 50-foot line. Now, why that's nice? Very rarely have I found in most of the games that you found enough enemies to justify hitting that many people in a line. Whereas a fireball, generally speaking, you could hit more people overall with a generic fireball. And so that's why I was always team fireball. Now, I took lightning bolt because sometimes you would end up using it, and sometimes you'd come up against things that were immune or resistant to fire, and so you want a good lightning bolt. And sometimes it's really nice to blast people who are in water or something like that. So it had its uses, but generally speaking, I would almost always take fireball over lightning bolt. One of my characters, he had a ring of spell storing, which allowed him to store a spell and then cast it as if it was as a free action once a day. So he would store a fireball. He then had a meta magic. He had quicken meta magic, and he would quicken his fireball. And so then he would cast his normal fireball, or he'd use haste. He'd cast haste, and then he'd fireball haste. So at like 6th level, I was hitting 3 fireballs against like one person in a round, and that was a lot of fun. How did I ever forget 3.0? 3.5 had lightning bolt. Literally every arcane caster ever made had it, and it made a lot of cast. And I mean, yeah, you know, another thing is like, so here's the thing is like, I usually passed up lightning bolt, but later on, what would happen? You would take chain lightning, because chain lightning was actually really useful, and it really would get a very selective spread. And it was a lot less, and you could discriminate who you hit versus like Fireball, which is a little bit more indiscriminate without sculpting feats and whatnot. Hey, Peaceful Hollander. There's really no mechs there that I really wanted, so I'm not too worried about that salvage, but that money was nice. But yeah, we always had a joke in 3.0, 3.5, especially 3.0, where like you never went past the first level ranger. You dipped into ranger at first level to get a bunch of the feats and stuff to specialize, but then it was always 1 level ranger good, 2 level rangers bad. Because you could accomplish, like, you would dip into ranger for like favored enemy and stuff like that and all the initial perks, and then you just dip back into fighter for all the specializations. Hear me out. If all your allies are beastly humanoids and are under the blast post-battle barbecue. Yeah, I mean, I've done that. I've hit my team. I've definitely had some pretty interesting combats. Gunslinger. I think we'll skip Gunslinger. We'll definitely go for the assassination. I do want... let's go with 3 salvage for assassinations. You have a good night, Night Owl. You have a wonderful Thanksgiving. One day Rangers will be useful. Yeah. Yeah, it's like leveling a paladin past 5th. And one of the great things about 3.0, 3.5 was prestige classes. So quite often you'd find yourself with like 5 levels of paladin, but you can dip into a prestige class, take 10 levels on that, and then all of a sudden your 5 level paladin is relevant again, because it levels up with the prestige class, and you get a bunch of really cool bonuses and buffs. But my favorite class has kind of always been Wizard. I've always been a Wizard. I like a good tank. I played some really fun, like some of my best characters were. 3.5 is absolutely a wild time. Like if you like digging into the books and the source material and finding a way to make your character extremely overpowered and usually one niche method, 3.5 is really great, and you can do it. It has its problems just like any other system, but like holy shit, there's some cool stuff you can do in 3.5. So, one of the characters I played from the beginning of 3.5 till like I don't know. I played him for like pretty actively on and off again for 15 years. Got that character up to like 40th level, which they have epic level handbook in 3.0, 3.5. So it was supported in the rules, and the characters were essentially, meant to be like gods and stewards of the world. But like that character was 5 levels barbarian, 35 levels or 30 levels fighter or so, 33 levels fighter, and a couple levels legendary dreadnought. But the character was not just any character. It like his race was a larger size race, so he eventually became huge size category, so like a giant. And I specialized in a bunch of feats which took advantage of that. So like in the Savage Species 3.5, there is a feat which allows you to use reach called Large and in Charge. And what that does is whenever someone goes into your threatened range and provokes an attack of opportunity, so like a medium size my friend played a monk, so he was always the monk guy. I was the fighter barbarian, but and trust me, like my character like would absolutely wreck monks, because what would happen is, because my character is larger and big, to get into melee range you had to provoke an attack of opportunity, so you'd have to get within that 5-foot square. What happens is when I triggered that when I triggered that attack of opportunity, we then had to make an opposed strength check, and I would push you back out to that back out of my reach. So not only did I just hit you, I just pushed you out of my reach, which means you have to provoke another attack of opportunity to get back in, and I just rinse and repeat. Now, I coupled that with Improved Trip and Knockdown. Knockdown says anytime you do 10 points of damage, you get you can provoke an Improved Trip. And with Improved Trip, I can basically do a trip attack with no penalties and blah, blah, blah. So basically how it would work is you'd run up, provoke an attack of opportunity. My hitting you would, because I used a two-handed weapon, would trigger Knockdown, which then I'd get to a trip you. And so quite often you were then, you were prone at the maximum extent of my reach. And if you tried to stand up, you'd provoke an attack of opportunity. If you tried to crawl away, you'd provoke an attack of opportunity. So what that means is that you were just laying down at my reach, and whatever you would do would provoke an attack of opportunity. And then I had weapons that allowed, like, and then I also took like Whirlwind. Did I couple? No, I didn't. I didn't use that. I thought about using a reach weapon, but I did have like one of the weapons I did have for a while did have some crazy reach. It was basically like a crazy type of like vibro blade, which was basically used for mining, but someone had turned it into a weapon, and basically it would give it a 15-foot reach, so I would get like a 25-foot reach with that. And the weapon did like astronomical. It did like 20 d6 points of damage. You didn't add your strength or anything to that because it was like a vibration effect. Downside is if you fucked up, you would hit yourself with it, and you could basically do 20 d6 of damage to yourself or a friend or an ally. Did the game freeze or something? I don't know what's taking it so long. I'm getting audio. So yeah, I used that for a while until it broke, until I lost it, which was fine. It was it was a lot of like rolling like 20d6 is cool, but like it's also like when you're a fighter and you have like 3 attacks and you hit 3 times and it's like, oh my gosh, could be frozen. See that comp? Yeah, it could be. I haven't had it freeze in quite some time. We'll give it a minute or two. But yeah, I mean, the weapon I primarily used was oh, there you go. I see some movement. I used a great axe to start off, but I found that I was never finding any like decent like two-handed weapons. So I switched to the great sword. Much later in the game, I switched to a great maul, which had a the great thing about the great maul was it was a ×4 modifier. Well, how you doing there, R-Trev Jimmy? The Great Maul was a ×4 modifier, so by the time I was using that, you know, I could like auto-confirm a critical. I could declare a critical once a day, and then I could pretty much like, you know, check it and doing a ×4 critical with like, you know, I power attack for 20, and power attacking for 20 allows me to basically add 40 damage, and my strength was so high that this says fast cam. Oh, nice. Okay, well, let's jump, I guess. There you go. Which would allow 40 damage, plus I was using the weapon two-handed. Two-handed weapon allows you strength ×1/2. So, like, when I was hitting, it was hitting for like 100 damage. You know, like 100, 150 damage on a critical. It was pretty cool. And of course, I had like improved critical and all that other fun stuff on it. And then much later on, I took like a feat called Roblar's Gambit. So Roblar's Gambit, how it works is you take a -4 to your AC, and anytime you attack, they get a free attack of opportunity on you. Ram Shackles Salvage, what's up, guys? Halo, and how much Scrappy Dragon? This is for 3 scrap today, so we'll see how much we get. But I had a bunch of other feats, so like basically with Roblar's Gambit, every time you attacked me, I got an attack of opportunity. Plus, I had a bunch of feats which allowed me to do essentially my full attack option with every attack of opportunity. So you would attack me, or you'd attack me for your one attack, you'd hit or miss or whatever, and then I'd get to full attack option you, and then my whole feat chain would queue off and basically push you back out of my... Oh my gosh. My Hermes. Incredibly broken, but it was a lot of fun. There's some really great builds out there. Another great build is the Herking Hurler build. Look that up. It's hard to explain, but essentially by like level like 10, you could be doing like 500 damage by throwing a giant brick at people. Oh, that was fun. And there's all sorts of crazy stuff you could do in that game. All sorts of crazy spells or abilities. Psionics was a lot of fun. One of my favorite spells that I saw used, like, so if you've ever, like, we played like a best of a best like duel game for 3.0 back in the day. And of course, playing a wizard, you know, what you do is you're like, all right, my highest stat is intelligence, of course. My second highest stat is dexterity. I play human. I take improved initiative, and I basically have another item which gives me high initiative. So my whole goal was to get a high initiative as possible to go first. And the reason why you'd want to go first as a wizard in 3.0 is because when you're at 20th level, you get access to a little spell called Mordenkainen's Disjunction, which is absolutely disgustingly beautiful. Basically, how Mordenkainen's Disjunction works is that every single magic item on your person and spell effect has to make a save or be rendered inert. And the save is pretty much a natural 20. So, hey, 7 Blue 7. You're actually here on screen right now in the Wasp. I'd laugh if you all of a sudden exploded. You just, hey everybody, boom! Your character explodes. Oh, that poor Hermes. He's gonna keep chasing down this guy. But, yeah. Mordenkainen's Disjunctions mean... like... that's how you make people rage quit. And that's not even like the worst 3.0 or 3.5 spell. I mean, there's many save or die, save or suck spells out there. One of the worst things to encounter. Well, hey, Cookie, you're in here too. Yeah, they're like that. Or Bigsby's. Bigsby's aren't bad. I've had some fun with them, but like, there's definitely some real nasty stuff out there in 3.0, 3.5. You know what you're looking for. A Planet Crafter? Cool. What the heck is that? Ugh. Well, we're gonna try and hit that fire starter because he's the target. Definitely a brain shutty offy game. I can hear you. Yeah, you want some mean spells as well. Like, there are some nasty spells in the Book of Vile Darkness, which will make you think twice about crossing evil wizards. Yeah. There's a lot of spells in there. Yeah. Another fun book I have is the Libris Mortis. A lot of fun. I like undead. I think they're a lot of fun. They're fun to play too. Hat and sweet spot. Slap with fast game. Like one of the spells in there is called Drown. Point at someone and they basically start drowning. Ralphie, no pants. Did I get that? Yeah, you missed the handy. Well, Ralphie, you're in this game too. Oh, and you resubbed for a tier 1 for 44 months. That's crazy. Like, who do you think you are? You're Ralphie, that's who. Yeah, how are you doing? Uh, let's see if we can find you. Where are you? Oh, here you go. You're in the Icarus too, so you're doing pretty good. Unlike this Hermes, which is just getting all sorts of corn cobbed. Sorry, I was just going off a rant. Someone had mentioned, you know, D&D and 3.0, and so I was just... And the AI isn't... No. Oh, someone fell. My hip. Boy. Okay, we're gonna move him here. He's gonna get shot up. Dang it. I shouldn't have done that. I should have given more evasion. I think he's gonna explode. Blaze, no. So regarding your last week's talking point of you can do anything in Battletech, just keep the cannon safe. How about a beauty pageant for ugly mech techs and mech chocks? Yeah, sure, why not? Kind of wish I were a hover tanker. So the thing was is I couldn't, there wasn't any hover tankers in the game to actually, like, I couldn't find any tankers. So, and I wanted to get everyone in the game first before I started farting around. But I can always move you over at some point when we actually get some. Because it looks like we're going to lose our hover tank. Ugh. Pew. So, yeah, beauty pageant for ugly mech techs and mech chocks. I mean, like, that's in the eye of the beholder, man. It is, but I just didn't have enough. The only pilot I had was one of the, like, Kickstarter pilots. And it doesn't allow you to change their name, so... whatevs. Alright, we're not going to use fast cam. We're going to use normal since he doesn't want to move on us, which is fine. Allow us to keep peppering him. Engine crit ×2. Ooh. That's bad. That's no bueno. But that allows us to do this. Backstab into water. Huh! Yeah, peg asses. Yeah, that's how pegging works. Yeah, you got it. Trust me. That's definitely how I would, you know... What's the, how do I want to phrase this? If you'd ever peg someone as something, Ralphie would be pegged as that. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Nothing comes good when your ball bearings get banged up inside your rotating fusion engine. Yeah, exactly. Since we have you in the chat, Ralphie, how is Murder Mittens? Right, let's get that evasion to 4. And out of their line of sight. And a back shot. All you heard was Ralphie pegs people. I mean, possible. Miss Moppet is doing well. She saw Mo today and decided he's nice, but maybe not her best friend. Oh no, not the Icarus too! Ralphie, no! Oh my gosh, you're getting thunder fucked 5. Ugh. I need to get rid of that thing. It is hurting us. Poor Mo. He doesn't get any love. Yeah, Ralphie's using that side torso. What are you thinking? I think we're in trouble. Yeah, I think I have to like wheel on these guys hard. Yeah, might as well keep working on this fire starter. Yeah, right in the C-bills. He got some love from Moppet, but then started scratching her wrong or stopped paying her enough attention and she got upset. That makes sense. She'll do that. I don't know why Al is speaking Russian, but that's just what he's chosen to do. So... that must have been the voice I picked for him. Yeah, Moppet's definitely a cat of wealth and taste, so getting on her bad side's never a good way to live your life. I think I'm gonna move up. I'm blocked from that side because I want to be able to hit these guys. Something needs to pop on this fire starter. Dang. That LRM-5 actually hit. You know what? I'm gonna move you up here because I need to. Yeah, there you go. This frickin' light Thunderbolt 5 carrier is just. It is wrecking my shit. And now I have Prodigy's fire starter running in my head. It's a classic. It is a classic. No! Hermes, your arm! No! Crap. Can you... No. You're just gonna stand and fire. I just need you to get in there to really rock them. There we go. Alright, Ralphie, you're gonna get in here. You're gonna jump. Hopefully you can take that. Oh, we didn't kill it, but... So I need you to keep putting pressure on that Thunderbolt. need to pop it because it is going. Oh, thank you. Woo! That thing was going to kill us. Just through attrition. Alright, great. Now we can put pressure on the hunter. What the shit? What the shit? Where'd all that AMS come from? 8 of 12? What a dickweed. What a... Some people have no respect. No respect at all. I mean, it's allowed for me, Ralphie, but not for them. They should just allow me to shoot them. And anything else, illegal. Straight to jail. Oh, no, no, don't DFA. No, no! I got bug-meched. Yeah, sploot. But that would have been you, 7 Blue 7, if we'd had an additional tanker. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Once again, not cool, man. Not cool. Yeah, finish that off. That could really need to kill that thing. It is not dead. Alright, Ralphie, get in there. Just start kicking the shins. There we go. Paladin Star. Use that Whitworth. I feel like this hunter... Oh, crap, I should have... That frickin' AMS came in. Okay, great, great. Good, now we can concentrate on him. Aha, you used all your AMS already. There we go. Pilot bleeding. 2 activations left. Isn't that just called pegging? Yeah. Anal masticating system when they use it. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Makes perfect sense to me. Like, how dare. Woo! On-screen celebration. Woo, woo, woo. 100 bits. Thank you, Kookie2K2. Explode? No, just actuators. Yeah. Blaze. Alright, let him have it. Man, that blackjack is putting in work. Can't wait till I get a UAC 20. Then I can make it a slapjack. Maybe I'll just start pocketing all the blackjacks I get so I can make them all slapjacks. Yes. Oh, Shazbot. Well, those all suck to hit, so... Oh, wow, I'm surprised they actually hit. Ooh, and an engine crit. No! Ralphie is dead. We'll have to see after the match. Dead has many different stages in Battletech, obviously. Wow. So, you could be dead, mostly dead, or just partially dead. Wingless Raven, 43 months. Wow, great job. Oh, and the leg. Man, we are... This is getting expensive. We've lost some hardware. That Thunderbolt, man, just really hurt us. Alright, stand up. Get in there, Rocky! Yeah, it was a long shot anyway. It is the life of a merc, indeed. Indubla-deedly. Alright, get stick bugged. Blow up, blow up. We are gonna make them bleed for every... You know, just everything. Just everything. Breathing, bleed. Buying mech, bleed. Going to the toilet, believe it or not, bleed. Ooh, poor Wasp. Almost feel bad for him if he didn't, you know, blow up my mechs. I'm gonna shoot his other leg because I can. Where are you going, Locust Boy? Whoa, could you not do that? That really... No! Oh boy. Yeah. Cripple this, blade hand eggplant. Well played, Ralphie. Well played. That should explode. Nope, just an ending crit. So good. Yeah, no, just take him out. That'll be more useful. Just explode him up. Explode him up. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, you. There we go. And you hit him with fast cam, so he'll think twice about running. He's definitely having a bad day. I think everyone on this mission is having a bad day, so can't blame too many people. No! Not the blackjack. The most okayest mech. Missiles away. Nice. It has been neutered. Drops more fast cam on him. Make sure he doesn't try to run away again. Guten Tag. You will tog your Gutens. Wingless Raven. My BTA game, I'm doing only medium and low heavies, but sticking with max armor and good speed with good heat management with a few weapons they have. So you're running a bunch of bad dragons. Bunch of bad dragons and hunchbacks is what it sounds like. Punching a lot. Punching's good. Nothing says I love you like getting close and fisting someone. Really makes the enemy think twice, you know? Well, Ralphie has the best Blue Eyes Bad Dragon in the game. MWO, it is a legendary bad dragon of sorts. People see that go onto the field and they just start, you know, backing away but facing forward. Alright. Ralphie was killed in action. Rip Ralphie. He died. That's okay, we have a fire starter now. What makes him bad dragon? Well, if you have to ask. Yeah, time to warm up the cloning vats. Your primary is an Axeman with TMS Supercharger and an LBX10. The Axeman is strong, man. Like, let's look at the memorial. Who else has died? I think we've actually lost more players in this run than like the last 3 runs combined. Yeah, we lost Ralph Eaton's likes. Oh. Alright, well. Now we have a fire starter. And the Hermes can... Oh my god, this thing's just... Okay, well that's not too bad. I was genuinely worried that it was going to be messed up. Can I just throw this in? I have to repair it first. Ugh. Alright. Refit it. Man, there's so much I have to do to this thing to make it viable. We'll just validate it. We're gonna throw it in the bay and bring out the other fire starter. Put you back in, coach. Just let's see. Let's look. What can I do with this thing? A slave. I don't have any real C3 stuff. We'll fart around with that. Let's go to the barracks. Let's see if I have... Okay, I have 1, 2... let me play the redeems. Make sure they're open. It's because name in the game was not in there, and it is now. So clown will be now Ralphie no pants mark 2. Ralphie no pants 2. There we go. And we can get someone else in there if they want. Maybe Ralphie shit pants. No, it's already Ralphie no pants 2. And I have passkey, which can be someone else, and slide rule. So we can have 3 people in the name with names in the game. So, all right, piloting. Let's get that up for him. Wingless Raven wants in there. So you're gonna be cookies. So you're gonna be Wingless Raven. There you go. Bam. You're in. Cookie. Some skills up. Paladin Star, skills up. Some Blue 7, skills up. Excellent. So we're actually going to have to pass a little time here to actually get everything up and running. Blaze is always injured in your game, yeah. Sometimes just be like that. What was it? In the last run, it was always Aloe. Like he had 2 missions, but each mission he was wounded, and in each wound was 90 days. Alright, nice. So we have another fire starter now. So we have two fire starters. Let's look. What can we fiddle around with this thing? Internals. Equipment. Flamer. Let's get rid of these machine guns on a fire starter. Pish posh. Pish posh, I say. Good day. Yeah, let's put a couple more flamers on them. Yeah, no, yeah, we're gonna put flamers. We're gonna put some jump jets in the legs. Internals. We're gonna give them Pharaoh, so we can up armor it. Ugh. Alright, well then let's do... torso armor, I guess. Yeah, and when we get an Excel engine, we'll throw that in there as well and get him up to snuff. It's like, what else can I do with this guy? Alright. We can have 5, and he has 2 flamers. Well, what we do is we go to the store, buy the flamer.
New weapon systems available.
Don't need Pharaoh. Heavy Pharaoh. Hmm. What could we do here? What could we do? Let's think. Chaz the Destroyer. Okay, Chaz, we can get you in there. Passkey, customize. B. Chaz. There. Destroyer. There we go. That's good. Chaz, if you want to spend your coins, come watch us on WBPL W on Sundays at, what was it? We start at 5 p.m. my time, so 9 p.m. Eastern. And just start betting there. I promise you, all your goob will be gone forever. Because I had like 1 million goob, and once I started betting in like 2 weeks, I'm like gone. Your West Coast, so it would be since you're not Alaska time, it's 3 hours time difference, so it would be 6 p.m. your time. Bet everything on Beeple Chan. No, bet everything on OBC Canada. Oh yeah, you're not that far from me actually. I'm on the panhandle of Alaska, so you're pretty close to me. Yeah, Beeple Chan's a solid bet. You'll probably actually win more goob. Let's look here. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of that slave. I don't have any. I don't have any primaries, so it's really not all that worth it. Let's get that guardian ECM and the ped. The LRM 5. Why? Why? Just why? Stop. I might as well get rid of that too. Get rid of that. I mean, I need flamers. There we go. Flamers. And now it leaves me room to add armor. We're going to max the armor. So now I actually have room to put more things in here. Gosh, what? I mean, it's already perfection. What more could I put in here? I can't put an AMS because it's all spotted out. Can't play with that. I can't mess with the engine, which I sometimes really freaking hate. That's fine. That's fine. Can I put that on there? I can. We'll put that on there. We'll put. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, how about if I just do this? Ha! Now I can put it. No. No. No! Okay, fine. Whatever. Whatever. Can I add additional heat sinks? Yeah. Why do you hate me? Oh, it's double heat sinks. Alright, well, I'm going to save that. Yes, I know it's under tonnage. We'll get some heavy flamers and we'll beef it up. I can't change the engine on that thing. And it already has jump. So. Yes, the crime mime. Well, yeah. Of course I want you to bet on my team. It's Team Carnival all the way. Why wouldn't I want that? Grabbing one fall by the ankles and shaking him till his pockets were empty. Yeah. That's what you gotta do sometimes.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Yay, mech bays, they're on sale.
Alright, I'll get the team on it right away.
Da 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 da. Guess what? I can bring the Hermes back out. Oh. Kraken's dead. Sad panda. Alright, the Hermes. Now we're gonna have to retrofit. Oh my gosh. Let's maxi armor. Put that engine in there. Pharaoh. Lower. Okay, that one can't have a hand. Okay, good to know. Needs 3 heat sinks. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3. So now it can have, gosh, what can it have? Some lasers. Laser. Put the heat sinks in the feet sinks. Laser. 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 Nice. Da, 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 da. Might as well give it some jump jets. If I have any jump jets. I have 3. Anything else I could throw on this thing? Well, I might as well throw a weapon of some sort. Small pulse, might as well, just because I can. Hey, Kay, how many names do you have queued up for name of the game? Currently, none. There is currently no queue at the moment. Alright, well, it's under tonnage, but I don't have enough equipment to run. But let's see, who do I have name-wise? Open. Okay, yeah, I can fit one more name in there before I have to start hiring some people. Alright, so it's going to be Zykes 2. It's going to be Zykes 2 because Zykes 1 died. They're on the memorial wall. Let's check the store. So make the name Waffles. I can do that. We can go back there. Waffles! Alright, let's... What mechs do I have available? Okay, those are both out for a while, so we can take a mission. You almost missed a stream due to reading a book. That's good. Read books. Read book good. Alright, aggressive intrusion. Comstar. We're gonna take... Yeah. We'll take some salvage. We can get some good stuff there. Alright, new fire starter. Who's this? Well, we might as well throw Waffles in there. Waffles, get in there. Get the other fire starter. Who do we have? So Ralphie, you had a chance. We should get Chaz in there. Necronomicon Ex Mortis Regio, yeah. So we'll get Chaz in there. We'll get Raven and Ralphie in there when we get some new mechs. Oh, Blaze is out, so we have to pull the Pegasus out because we're... No! Alright, well, yes, I know they're under ton. It's because I don't have enough money to buy equipment. And you're not giving me the good stuff. So I have before on certain runs where I just hoarded money and stuff to make like super specialized crazy mech builds. And you can make some pretty bonker stuff. I remember I had this one berserker which was hitting for just, I don't know, he was one-shotting all the mechs he would hit because he had like TMS and a massive engine, and he would literally just sprint at the enemy full bore, blasting two clan ER large lasers until he got into range to like basically sever mechs in half. Loved it so much. I played that one for a long time. That save had a lot of like, I was running like basically like 3 full assault lances every drop. That was good. I had a few mechs with so many LRMs it wasn't even funny anymore. Like LRM 120 around. Just bleh. I have a suspicion, and this is just a suspicion, is that the game stops registering LRMs at a certain point. Because I've literally fired so many LRMs that like it doesn't animate them all. And I was like, I don't know, sometimes it doesn't feel like it does enough damage. So I suspect that the game might not register all your LRMs. Just a heads up. Can you... I think you can. Yeah, I can go that way. Excellent. Everyone will have to go that way, and he'll go this way. Yeah. That super heavy, it's nothing but LRMs, the Xerxes. I believe I have. I wonder if that's a goddamn... So, in this version of Battletech... Oh my gosh, that thing is fast. There is super weapons. Like, I was running one of the mechs I had at one point in Curita Lands had a naval PPC. It could only fire like every other turn, but man, when it hit like a truck. Why, hello, Mr. Horny the Hornet. Oh, I missed. The game's version of Ghost Heat? Maybe. Yeah, Centurion with one of the super weapons. Cry havoc and let slip the arrow 4. Naval PPs are heavier than the mechs themselves. Yeah, it was like literally like 60 tons. Like the mech was nothing but like enough heat sink so it didn't immediately explode, but it would still have a good chance of turning down every turn. So there is a nuke version of the Arrow 4 in Rogue Tech. I haven't seen it in BTA. But I have had that dropped on me in Rogue Tech, and that was just... I laughed, but it ended my game. Fucking Irby with an Arrow 4, and he just like looked at me, and I'm like, "Oh, you're cute," and then he fired, and then the next thing I know, me and the entire city I was in was just gone. All my mechs gone. I think I had one mech that had survived. He had an arm missing, a torso missing, and a leg missing, and he had like 2 head wounds, and I just had enough to like just look at it and be like, what the hell happened? But yeah, there is one in BTA. Well, that's good to know. It is Texas' favorite Arrow 4. You're not wrong. And will cost about 2.5 million credits. That sounds about right. Those look like Thunderbolts. Thunderbolt 5s. But, you know, Texas... He said himself that he's not the great... Like, he just plays to have fun. He doesn't make the most tactical decisions. I've watched his playthroughs. Sometimes he doesn't give himself as much cheesy evasion as he should. And so he ends up getting blowed up. Alright, let's jump here. Hollander. Yay, we hit Horny the Hornet. Alright, Chaz. Time to flame on! Great about hitting, you know, vehicles with flamers is they do a lot of damage. Yeah, use it for base destroy. Oh my god! 7 Blue 7, no! You got hit right where the PPC. How dare you shoot a wasp? You have so much to live for. You have to live on. Oh no. Ugh. Yeah, well, here we go again. Record scratch. So I bet you're wondering how I got myself into this. Oh, shit balls. Whew. Oh. Man, that was close. Alright, Aloe, can you please get into a fire mission here, son of a bread biscuit? This isn't good. No. Stop. Waffles, get in there and just kick the shit out of that guy. Okay, fine. Jump. And flame him. Nice. Excellent. Mr. Whitwer. What are your to-hit options? That's not bad. Alright, I guess you're hitting the Horny the Hornet. Waffle like the flamer, yeah. Do you like your waffles toasted? So I'm gonna have him move here, and I'm gonna have you fast cam them. So I'd like you to just try and start locking those guys down, because they don't like fast cam. It's kind of like throwing dog shit around someone who's really into their shoes. So they're really like tempted not to like move around and walk in it. They're like, ew, I don't want to do that. What the fuck did that thing have? That's a lot of missiles. That's a lot of freaking missiles. Alright, what'd you lose? Oh. You lost all your fucking lasers. Alright, well scout for me then. Oh, another one of those fucking Thunderbolt carriers. The ones that wrecked me so hard last time. Ah. Alright. Have you go here so you can get that 5 evasion, 6 evasion. We get that high to hit chance. And cook this SOB. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Got flamed on. Oof. Don't hit them fire starter omnis. I need that to be fully intact. Okay, little scratch in the paint. Little scratch in the paint. We're okay with that. Could you leave 7 alone? He's just a fragile little boy. He has no weapons. He just has harsh language and his mitt. A single mitt and his feetsies. That's all he can do anymore. Aha, take that. Landmines. Now it's my turn. Great. Now we can start. That thing I want gone because it can sensor lock my guys. And that's just a dick move. Oh shit. No. Kooky. 2K2, no. That could be bad. Okay, no. Okay, we're good. I was legitimately worried, honestly. Like, on a scale of warp factor 3. Oh. I mean, that thing's gonna hurt us in the long run more than anything. Why 1? Why do you hate me, game? Alright, Waffles. Get in there. And flame this guy. Make him regret. Just make him regret. I don't care how. Just full regret. Give him the regrets. Nice. This might actually pop him. Yes! Order up rare. Run while you can, little horny net. Alright. 7 blue 7. Let's... Alright, let's get you back into the fray. Get him some spotting. Oh. Alright, Chaz. You know what to do. Cook him. Not that I think it'll really do much, but... Ugh. Poor 7 blue 7. Oh, you just need to survive. You need to live on. What the fuck is that? More? Don't. Just do not. Oh. He got hit. I need to pull him out of there if I can. Alright, Blackjack. What are your firing options? Okay. You can kill that Hornet. Good. It's something. Alright, Waffles. Can you... You know what? Drop a tank. I kind of regret doing that because he didn't get a chance to move. I don't even know what type of tank it is, so... Well, that's kind of nice. Structure exposed. Alright, what type of... Can you get in there and just... Can you... Alright. Move here. And, like, get in there and knife fight. Yeah, you're gonna have some time with the nurses again. You know, like how they do battle armor now? It's an orbital drop? Yeah. Whoa. Who's firing at the... Oh, the vedette. Okay. The one I summoned in. We're gonna try and retreat you out of there. No sense in doing more damage if you can't really do anything. Time to do what fire starters do best. Get in there and start, you know, kicking their ass with fisticuffs. Nice. That's a lot of heat. Waffles is gonna jump in there and double heat. Look at that, it's gonna go way up. There you go. Yeah, and he's shut down. What a dick move, though. He moved into the field. But I just want to core him. Aloe, don't shut down. I need you to... There we go. Toasty! Time for barbecue. If you just take his leg off, that would be great. Nice. Explode! And 3 salvage parts. It's an urban mech. Alright, keep the punishment on this one. They definitely just... They charged in there with their Hollanders, which are going to cost them their Hollanders. Oh my gosh. Fucking, you shot him in the leg. My leg! Ah, Raven. It'd be kind of nice to have a Raven, honestly. If I can get that, I will. 7 blue 7. You're just gonna retreat. I already have to fix you. I don't need to like fully fix you, because I can't spare the necks. Shit. No. I had stuff in that leg. Oh, and hospital time. Oh, fuck you. Kick a mech while he's down. It's not funny when it's my mech. Alright, what's... Alright, stand up. Alright, what can you even do? I'm gonna... move here. What can you fire without overheating? Alright, we'll take him. A turn to not fire lasers. Get in there, kick this fucking Owens, and get him hot. All hot and bothered. He's already spicy. Let's get him super spicy. Hell yeah. Keep pouring on the fire, because he's the one stripping evasion off our people. Like a dickweed. Nice. Put a lot of hurt on him. Oh hell yeah, that vedette just fucking rocked that guy. Alright, you're just gonna take a few breathers. Shut down. Oh, even better, he exploded. Chaz, move in there. Fire your one laser. Ah, oh, miss. That's okay. That's a lot of missiles. Son of a bitch. That gauze hurts like nobody's business. Which is why we're gonna come up, kick you, and put you on fire again, because you're a jerk. Flame on! Ah! Ah! Flame off! Flame off! And he's down. You found the biggest dick move of the year. Well, share it with the class. Some jagoff ordered pizza to be delivered to his position at the top of Mount Fuji. It was Domino's, and the pizza was a large pepperoni, and they charged $962. Okay. Why, like, they just wouldn't accept it. But I mean, they are, if it is Mount Fuji, then it is Japanese, and they are, like, likely inclined to do that. I had to do an 8-hour hike. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no sir, I wouldn't like that. $30 minutes are free! Yeah, sir, that's not gonna work for me. It's at times like that you're like, can't I just deliver it via drone? Oh no, it would be a warm pizza. I promise you, with the amount of sweaty man that it would carry with it, it would be incredibly warm. Yeah, if that was me, I would like, I don't know, I would eat an entire can of beans, Wide Tom's beans, and every time I had to fart, I would open up that carrying case and I'd let one rip inside that carrying case every time, till it was so chock-a-block full of farts that when it was time he got it, he opened it up and he'd just get a whiff of nothing but pizza and farts. Enjoy your 100% booger-free pizza, yeah. Yeah, don't worry, there's no chance that any person grabbed one of the slices and put it between their ass cheeks. That just wouldn't happen. No one would do that. Yeah, pizza and fart sounds like a few weekends that I had in college, yeah.
Парни, давайте еще немного, мы сможем.
Yes, Commander. That is limpy.
Why is that minus DR? I wonder what that is about. Give him the beans! And it worked. Full beans power right to the face, in and around his mouth.
Mission successful.
So, where I have lived, one thing that we have done, it's been a long time since we've done it, I've done it, or I've heard of people doing it, is that what you can do is you can order pizza or order delivery to the airport, and they would deliver it to the airplane which flies to my town from Seattle. So you could get it within about 3 hours of your order. And they wouldn't charge you extra delivery or anything like that because you picked it up. What does that thing have? It's not bad. One Hollander. Can we get a full Raven? Is there 3 pieces of Raven? I didn't see 3 pieces of Raven. I see 2 pieces of Raven. Or we can try to get the Hollander. I think we'll try for the Hollander. We got a Hornet instead. Woo! Yeah, one thing I used to do whenever I'd leave Seattle and head home, I would buy like a bunch of like Burger Queen burgers at the airport and stuff my pockets full of like just fucking all sorts of Whoppers and shit. And I'd come home and I'd bring all my kids like, here's a bunch of burgers, woo! It was so good. All right, we have to repair some shit. All right, let's refit the Wasp. Oh, no, let's not refit the Wasp. Let's go to the store because we have to buy some frickin' jump jets. We're gonna buy them all. I know it's expensive. What is that? We'll buy that jackrabbit just in case. Oh, I did say Burger Queen. I guess I meant Burger King, but I say Burger Queen because I've been to a Burger Queen, which is an actual place, so. Alright, internals. How many heat sinks? 3? 3 heat sinks. A lower... So 1 jump jet. We'll just put the jump jet in the leg, evidently, since that's the place that doesn't blow up. That one in the leg. Lower arm, and now laser. And we happen to have 2 medium lasers. And the Wasp will be back and up and running Like nothing ever happened. Oh. Do I have any? No. 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 Alright. We will have to go to the store. Buy some sort of fire. No lasers in the store. What is this little shithole? God, fine. 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 Lower arm. Some jump jets. Put them in the feetsies. So I don't have an extra flamer, and I don't have an extra laser. What can I throw in there? Okay, I'll throw in a pulse laser for now until I get a new flamer. And I can't put anything else in. Because I don't have stuff for it. Bother. Well, then I guess I'll up armor it some tonnage. Ooh. There we go.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
All right. Well, yes, I put munitions in the feet, so when it lands and it explodes, the feet explode out. So if I DFA someone, they'll blow up too. But it is getting pretty late now. Tomorrow will be Happy Turkey Day for those who celebrate it. If not, I still wish you an amazing day. Yeah, I'm going to plan to buy some more lasers and flamers and stuff. But I'm going to call it an evening here. I will see you all next week, and we will continue to blow stuff up. And I guess we're going to scrape the bottom of the barrel, because evidently I can't get enough crap and salvage together to make my mechs work. Oh well. But everyone, hey, holidays are a tough time, so I want you to make it not tough by having a good day. And if you don't have a good day, well then I'll come looking for you, and I will, I'll honk my horn at you like this until you have a good day. Okay? But on that note, have a good night, everyone, and I'll catch you when you least expect it. Goodbye.